Hello and welcome to your weekly podcast, The Gist on BNB Radio with yours truly, Blessing Ezeja. I am so delighted to be on the show again. This past week has been very dramatic with the NDDC probing on the national scene. It was very funny how everything happened. And then on the international scene, we saw a Houston, Texas-based medical doctor, Stella Emanuel, who laid claims that hydrochloroquine cures COVID-19. Well, let's watch and see what's going to happen now. But the most important thing is for you to stay safe and observe COVID-19 protocols. Please try as much as possible to do everything that you can to stay safe. Before we go into today's topic, I would like to give a shout out to all our listeners. I want to say that I really appreciate you for always listening to BNB Radio Podcast, The Gist, for your encouragement and for everything, for always coming through. I want to appreciate you. I want to also give a shout out to all our Muslim faithful on their Eid al-Kabir celebration. Happy celebrations to you all, and please try as much as possible to stay safe as well as you celebrate. So on today's episode, I'll be talking about jungle justice, a situation of complete lawlessness. Jungle justice indicates disrespect to the rule of law. Okay, it's a situation whereby people take the laws into their hands. People, when they apprehend a criminal, they do whatever it is they feel like doing to that person. In some case, they just burn the person to ashes, maim the person, beat the person to death, do whatever it is they like to do, or they feel that comes to their mind to do to that person, to that criminal. That's jungle justice. And sadly, a lot of innocent persons have lost their life in the process of jungle justice. Now, I understand that some of us might feel pained, okay? Feel pained in the sense that when they tend to report these cases, they do not get justice that they require, or the officials or those in charge do not prosecute these cases, or even if they do not really handle it in the way that we expect. But despite that, it doesn't give a reason for one to take someone else's life in the act of jungle justice. When you apprehend a criminal, the right thing for you to do is to submit that criminal to the security official of that state. That is the right thing to do. And then I'm going to be sharing some stories with us, some life stories. These stories were, this situation were actually reported in the news. Okay? These are cases of jungle justice that have happened in the past. Now, in 2017, in a certain place in Nasarawa State, northern Nigeria, a soldier was killed in a mob action. Why? Now, this man knocked down a hawker, and then he was wearing CVs, that's casual wear. And then after he did that, he stopped to pacify the hawker. And then immediately, some angry youths from that community beat this man to coma. And then later on, he was rushed to the hospital and he never survived it. He died. Now, in 2016, in a certain community in eastern Nigeria, Imo State, 3 people were burned to death for forcefully snatching a baby from the mother. And now, in this year, 2020, it was reported in the news that a man was burned to death for stealing chicken in Cross River State. And one that happened recently was about 3 armed robbers who were burnt to death by an angry mob after failed bank robbery in Oyo State. Now, these are some of the cases of jungle justice amongst many that are happening in our society. Now, because we feel that the security officials are not actually perpetrating justice as we expected, does it now give us the right to take lives of people? And because you feel that the judiciary is not keeping up to their responsibility, and the security official are not doing what they are supposed to do, doesn't make it right for one to um, indulge in the act of jungle justice. You cannot use a wrong to right a wrong. Two wrongs cannot make something right. Okay, so we need to get it right. That is what I want to say. We need to get it right in order to avoid doing the wrong things, repeating the wrong things at all times. So let's take a short break, and when we return, the program continues. Please stay with us.
Oh my God, Ezeja, she dey cause for Allah for area. Someone come save me from Delilah. Save me from Delilah. Ja, Elijah, she dey cause for Allah for area. Someone come save me from Delilah. Save me from Delilah.
Welcome back. I have been talking about jungle justice in our society. Okay, we really need to do the right thing. Taking the laws into your hands would not provide justice. It won't. Let's allow the law to take its course. When you apprehend a criminal, please hand over that criminal to the security officials and let them take it up from there. We may feel that we have lost our confidence in our legislature, in our security system, and all that. But that doesn't mean that we would use a wrong to make another wrong right. It can't even work because two wrongs cannot even make a right. Okay? So we need to do our best. We need to play our own part. You apprehend the criminal, please hand them over to the security officials and let them do their job. When we continue doing these things, we do not know the implication that jungle justice possesses national threat. It is as serious as that. Jungle justice is a criminal offense on its own. It is wrong to do jungle justice, to indulge in it. So please, I beg of us, let's do the right thing. Well, some of us might say that we have lost our confidence in our security officials. They do not perpetrate justice and all that. But it doesn't mean that we won't do the right thing. Okay? Let's hand over criminals to them. Let them do their job. And before I wrap up today's episode, I'd like to make a call to the legislature, to security officials to please try their possible best to ensure that when cases like this comes to them, to their table, that they treat it with caution. Let them not handle it anyhow, because it makes the people aggrieved that they are not getting the justice that is required, and then pushes them to take the laws into their hands, which is very wrong. Okay, so please, as security officials, the legislature should please try their best to ensure that justice is served at all levels. Okay, so let's play our part, and the world will be a better place to be. Let's stop jungle justice in our society, because you do not know that sometimes innocent people are the ones who get this punishment, who get tortured. Some of them lose their life in the process. They are actually innocent of what they are being accused of. Now, in that situation, what have you achieved? Nothing. So please, I beg of us, let's do the right thing. So this is me drawing the anchor on today's episode of The Gist on BNB Radio Podcast. I remain Blessing Ezeja. Please be good, stop jungle justice, and let our society be a happy place to be. Bye for now.